Startup Junkie.
Startup Junkie. Hey, and it's day 2 of Startup Junkie Week here at andyhayes.com, and I am here still with the lovely Millie Berenger. Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
Awesome.
So today we're talking about something that I've always known about, but I love how Melody expresses it, and it's keep it small and keep it all.
Keep it all, baby.
Keep it all. Awesome. So I talked a little bit about this last week in my South by Southwest update with the monkey hat, which may or may not make an appearance later this week.
Okay.
And I was saying how our culture and our society and corporations and just there's a lot of messaging that says that we should have everything bigger, bigger, bigger. Bigger houses, bigger cars, bigger vacations, bigger boats, more crap. And that's not always true. And that's especially true in business when we're kind of forced to lean into business models that are just bigger, bigger, bigger. Well, maybe that's not what you want. And so you talk a lot about this in Creating Success, product placement.
Yes.
So why don't you tell us about some of the examples you've had of your bazillion businesses where small was good and big was kind of sucked.
So I grew up on a strawberry farm, and when I was 18 I started selling fresh berries out of those little berry barns that you see on the side of the road. And
and that was your business idea, wasn't it?
Yeah, I saw these people come out to the farm all the time and buy their berries, and they came all the way from Seattle, a whole hour away, and I thought, I need to bring the farm to them. So we built these little berry shacks and brought them to the city. And I still have that business today. I thought I was only going to have that a few years, but it's a good thing.
Too good to give up.
Too good. But I should have, if I knew then what I knew now, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't enough for me at the time. So I had to grow into a big business and build out $1 million warehouse and build it up to 70 employees and have a retail store at the Pike Place Market and just grow. And it became insane. I had to hire a consultant just to ask me why I'm doing this, because I never, the phone was ringing off the hook. Everybody was busy all the time, and I didn't ask myself, why am I doing this?
Mm-hmm.
Flash forward a few years, 20. I went back to getting rid of all of that and going back to just the little berry barns and just selling strawberry shortcake at the festivals, which is back to the small. And it's just kind of crazy to say I can make as much money. I bring up in the same amount on the bottom line as when I was building it up to a couple $1 million versus, I learned the big lesson of I would rather sell $100,000 and keep 10-20% of the bottom line than sell $1 million or $2 million and keep nothing and just think that you're crazy busy. So that was my big aha.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. I think you've honed in on your personality and what kind of business model fits to that.
Right.
Like for me, I'm kind of control freak. I like to know what's going on, and I have people who do their thing and they just do their thing. But I like to know, I like to kind of be able to see it all and know all the moving parts. When it gets too big, I feel like it's just this...
A little bit out of control.
Yeah, it just kind of spirals beyond you, and I don't know.
Yeah.
That's not for me.
I had to learn that the hard way.
Yeah. So, you hear a lot of bloggers and consultants and people talking about playing a bigger game.
Mm-hmm.
You need to bigify this. You need to think bigger. You need to make that bigger. You've said that to me in a couple of things, even. How do you know when it's too big, when it's the right size, how do you find that
I think it's a lifestyle issue.
Yeah.
How do you want to live your life? I personally, when I had the big warehouse and I had to drive an hour to work every day and I had to...
Commute's totally
commute. So I'm I want to work out of my house in my pajamas if I want to get up whenever I feel like it. Naturally I want to work till 2 a.m. if I need to, go for a walk in the middle of the day. That's my lifestyle, so I grow my business based on can I still maintain the lifestyle that I want. If it's feeling a little bit too much pressure, then I'm kind of like, oh, that's not the lifestyle I want to live. But that took me a long time to figure out too.
That's a good
the
lesson.
whole lifestyle.
Yeah. And I definitely think you have to ease into it. If you can't manage what you've got, then you're not ready to bigify anything.
Yeah, I mean, going big too fast is really scary. I mean, I think that's what a lot of people end up doing when they go big.
Yeah, startups do that a lot.
Yeah.
Because of like the adrenaline rush and oh my
Yeah.
God, like, you know, cash, capital, oh my God.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
It is exciting, but I'm more an organically grow. Let's organically grow. Let's see how this feels.
Yeah.
Probably because I've made too many of those mistakes that I don't want to make again.
Yeah. So, Melody, you have staff, and I have staff too.
Yeah.
You have more than me, I think. Is it okay for somebody if they want to just be a solopreneur, just a freelancer, just hanging out doing their thing?
I think it's okay. It's not my personality. Every time I come up with an idea, I think, how are we going to scale it? For me, it's all about scaling and what's the exit strategy. What are we going to do at the end of this? Even if we don't ever exit, I personally don't want to do hardly any of the work. So I like to outsource everything. And so when I come up with an idea, it's like, how can this scale without me?
Right.
And if you're a solopreneur just doing all of the work yourself, how are you ever going to take time off? How are you ever going to get out of it to do something else? So I'm always thinking, you still can keep it small and keep it all. And we're going to talk about outsourcing later, but I personally I want to figure out how I can get everything off of my plate, how we can create systems, and how we can scale the business. And that's how I got into 30 cities. I'm certainly not. I mean, I'm less involved with having 30 cities than when I had my first 2 cities.
Right.
So
you've got a system in place.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of what you want your lifestyle to be, and are you buying yourself a job by being a solopreneur? I mean, are you doing all the work? Do you have to do all the writing? Do you have to work?
Do all the sales? Do all the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not for me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it for you?
No. Are you saying I'm lazy like you?
Yeah, I like to be lazy.
Cool. Well, keep it small and keep it all.
Yeah.
The takeaway I'm hearing is think about what do you want? What's your lifestyle? What do you want it to kind of feel like every day?
Yeah.
So that's it for today on the second day of Startup Junkie Week. Do you know what we're talking about tomorrow?
I have no idea.
It's a surprise.
I think it's going to be Flip It.
Oh, I love subject. Flip It is awesome.
Yeah.
Flip It is my favorite part of the book. But before tomorrow, today, be sure to leave a comment if you have a question you want to ask Melody. And if you haven't, sign up for your subscription to Sherpa magazine. It's free. It's my new What's Hot in Business, and that comes out next week. And if you're on the list, you'll be eligible to win a free copy of Craving Success, signed by Startup Junkie herself. We're giving away 5, one for every day of Startup Junkie Week. Be sure you're on the list. Tell a friend. Like it if you like it. Tweet about it. Email it. Whatever you have to do. And we'll see you tomorrow.